Hey, welcome my dear students. My name is Mohammad Faizan, and in this series I am going to teach you about the point of sale system with barcode. Yes, in this series you will learn about the barcode, how can we use barcode with point of sale system. So in my previous series I have taught about the point of sale system, but in this series I am going to use all the latest thing like PHP 8 and MySQL and Bootstrap. All the latest version I will use in this series, and I will teach you how can we generate a barcode for a specific product in point of sale system, how can we generate, how can we print, and how can we add in our product. And I will also teach you about the billing. I will teach you how can we print out the bill receipt using of thermal printer in this series. So all the modules you can see in my profile and this on this course description. And now in this lecture I am going to download the AdminLTE dashboard. So this dashboard we will use in our series. This dashboard is based on the Bootstrap 4 and is the latest version of AdminLTE, but this time the Bootstrap 5 is already in the market, but we are going to use Bootstrap 4 because that is the stable version of Bootstrap, and we will use PHP 8 in our project. Okay, so let's open our Google Chrome, and here I can search AdminLTE, and you can see here the first link, adminlte.io. Let's open this and we can go on the download button. Okay, and you can see AdminLTE v3.2.0. this is the latest version. Okay, and you can see here the version 3.1.0. so every version is here on the github.com, but we are going to download the latest version of AdminLTE. So click here, AdminLTE version 3.2.0, and now we can download here from here source code zip file. Click here and you can see here the download is a start. So open this and show in folder, and which folder is downloaded. Let me see. You can see here I'm using here window 11, not window 10. Okay, so don't be confused. And let's open our browser and let's go to the download, and in the download you can see here. So it is downloaded successfully. Okay, now click on show in folder. You can see here in download the AdminLTE dashboard. Let's copy from here. Let's copy from here, Ctrl+C, and let's paste on the desktop. Okay, you can see here. Okay, I hope this is enough in this video. I will show you this AdminLTE dashboard in next video. So see you in next video. Hi, welcome back friends, this is Mohammad Faizan. In last video we have successfully downloaded our AdminLTE Bootstrap admin dashboard template, and you can see here some option. In last video we have successfully downloaded that dashboard from this download button, and we can see the live preview by clicking on this button of AdminLTE dashboard. Okay, you can see here this is the dashboard we are going to use in our project. Okay, there are, you can see, 3 types of dashboard design. This is the dark theme, and you can see here the dashboard v3, this is the light theme. Okay, so we have downloaded here. You can see the folder. We just need to extract here. Okay, extract. It is extracting. Okay, perfect. And now here we have extracted folder. You can see here. Let's cut this, and you can see here the folder, extracted folder. And now let's open this folder, and let's see the files inside it. Open and maximize the window, and you can see here all the files. Okay, if I click on index, you can see here it is the file which extension is .html. Okay, you can see here the live preview of this dashboard from this link, and you can see the demo offline by clicking on index.html file. Okay, so you can see the preview here, and this is the dashboard version 2, and this is the dashboard version 3. So in our project we are going to use dashboard version 1 v1. Okay, so here are lots of options in this dashboard. You can see here we can use widgets. Okay, in the widgets there are lots of options. You can see here the layout option, and you can see here, and you can see here the charts. There are lots of charts we can use in our projects, and UI elements. We can use lots of UI elements like forms, like you can see here models and alerts. Okay, let's click on here. It is a model, and this is the suite alerts. You can see here, if I click here, you can see this. We will use in our project all the examples. And after this you can see here forms, general elements. There are lots of forms demo we can use in our project. These forms, any elements we can use here, and just like this there are lots of options. You can see the advanced elements here. You can see the drop down. Okay, we can select the multiple from here. Okay, these all things we can use in our project, because this dashboard is open source and there is no restrictions of using this dashboard. And you can see here table also, simple tables, data tables. Okay, so this we will also use in our project. So just like this you can see there are lots of options: calendar, gallery, Kanban board, mailbox, pages, and there are lots of pages demo. If we see the invoice, we can see the invoice page, and let's see the extras. Here we have the login page we can use in our project. You can see here. Okay, and here we have the registration. You can see here the registration v2. Let's open a new tab, and you can see here the registration page we can use in our project, and there are lots of options we can use. Okay, here is blank page. So from the blank page or a starter page we can use our project. This is the starter page. Okay, so this is enough in this video. You can see all the options of this dashboard. If you want to see, I will show you one by one when we use in our project. So see you in next video. Hi, welcome back friends, this is Mohammad Faizan, and now in this video we are going to download Xampp server and we will install in our machine. As we know, we are learning or we are working with PHP. PHP is a server side script, that's why we need a server. So that's why we are going to download a Xampp server for creating our machine as a server. So if when we work with PHP or any other server side scripts, we need a server. So that's why we are going to download Xampp server. So first let's open Google. I already opened my Google, and on the Google I can search Xampp. Okay, and here is the official website apachefriends.org for Xampp server. Let's open this, and here you can see about the Xampp server. You can read about it from here, and you can see here Xampp is a completely free, easy to install Apache distribution containing MariaDB, PHP and Perl. The Xampp open source package has been set up to be incredibly easy to install and to use. So here we have three options. You can see here Xampp for Windows, Xampp for Linux and Xampp for macOS. Okay, if you are using Windows, you can download it from here. If you are using Linux, you can download Xampp server from this button, and if you are using or you are Mac user, you can download Xampp server from here. So don't be confused, it is very easy. I'm using Windows 11, so I'm going to download from this button. Let's click on this button and it will start downloading automatically. So our Xampp server for Windows is successfully downloaded in our computer. Now let's go and install it in computer and open the file location folder where it is installed. It is where it is download. So it is download in the download folder. Let's copy. I'm going to copy this and I'm going to paste this setup on my desktop. Okay, so it is easy for your understanding. In previous video we have downloaded and see the overview of AdminLTE dashboard. Now in this video we have downloaded it Xampp server, and now we are going to install it in our computer. And now let's double click on the setup. And do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device? So click on yes. So don't worry, click on continue with installation and click OK and click on next. Again click on next, and here you can change the directory where you want to install this Xampp server. I am going to install this Xampp server in C drive, and here you can see it's create a Xampp folder which name is Xampp. Okay, so now click on next. You can select the language English from here and click on next again. Now it is installing. So the setup has finished installing Xampp on your computer. So click on finish, and after click on finish button, it will open a window for us. So you can see here we have Apache server and MySQL database. So here we need these two options for start. We need to start this Apache server, and we will need to start MySQL database for creating our application. Okay, so cut this from where you can open this window. Simply go to search and search Xampp, and you can see here the folder which name is Xampp control panel. You can open it from here and click on this option and you will see this window. Okay, and you can stop the services from here. Okay, every time when we work with PHP and MySQL, it is compulsory to start the Apache server and MySQL. So let's minimize this and open our browser, and and from the browser we can open the local host and PHP Myadmin. Okay, from here, from this URL, we can open the database, means MySQL database. You can see here localhost and PHP Myadmin. So from here we can create our own new database. From here we will create our database for our application in further videos. I am just showing to you for understanding how can we open the database from our browser using of the URL. This URL, from this URL localhost PHP Myadmin, you can open the database. Okay, if we open simply localhost only, so what we'll see, we can see here this, this options. Okay, and we can go directly PHP Myadmin from here, and PHP info you can read how to guides, and you can read about the applications from here. Okay, and it is opening dashboard. And one thing more I want to tell you in this video, from where we placed or from where we are going to create our project folder. So our project folder we will create in C directory. So let's open this PC, and inside this PC you can see here this is the C, and inside the C drive you can see here the Xampp folder. Inside the Xampp folder we need to go in htdocs, and inside the htdocs we can create our project folder. Okay, so don't be confused. We will create our project folder in next video, and we will create our database also in the next videos. So this is the overview of Xampp server. I hope you got this. If you have any problem, you can ask me the question. So see you in next video. Hey, welcome back friends. In previous video we have successfully downloaded Xampp server and AdminLTE dashboard, and we have successfully installed Xampp server in our machine. Now we need a code editor for coding. So which code editor we are going to download? We are using to Visual Code Editor for coding. So let's open our browser, and on Google we can search Visual Studio Code, but we can write in short VS Code. Okay, and this is the official website of Visual Studio Code. You can see here code.visualstudio.com. We can open the first link, and you can see and you can read about it from its official website. And you can see here version 1.72 is now available. Read about the new features and fixes from September. So here we have the installer for Windows, and if we click on this button you can see the installer for others platform like macOS and Windows and for Linux. So we are using here Windows 11. We can download by clicking on this button. If you are using Mac OS you can download from this button, and if you are using Linux you can download from here. So let's click on download for Windows, and the download is begin. So the setup is 82.1 MB. It will take some time for downloading, so let's wait. So the VS Code setup is downloaded successful. Now let's open and click on show in folder, and you can see here the setup. Let's copy, right click and let's copy and let's paste on our desktop. Okay, right click, show more option, and let's paste here. Okay, now you can see here the installer of VS Code. One thing more I want to say to you, you can use any editor like Sublime, Notepad++, Bracket in this race, but I suggest to you you should use VS Code with me. Okay, let's install in our computer. By double clicking it will start to install. So first we need to accept the agreement. Click on next. You can see here, or you can change the directory where you want to install the setup. I am going to install this VS Code in my C drive, so click next and next. Create a desktop icon, check this checkbox, click on next and click on install. Now let's finish. Perfect. So we can choose the theme from here. We are going to use dark theme, and let's maximize this window and cut this, get a started page, and we can create new page from here. New text file, new window, open file. We can open the folder, we can open recent projects from here. Okay, and you can see here lots of options. I will tell you one by one when we will write the code. Okay, and you can read about it from here, about the version. You can see here, you can read about it here. Okay, and we can manage the extension from here. We can search the extensions. We can see the installed extensions here. Okay, recommended extensions. Okay, we will install also extensions in next videos. So this is enough. In this video we have learned how can we download and install VS Code in our machine. So I hope you got this. If you have any problem, you can ask me the question. From the next video we will create our project folder in our Xampp directory, and we will create and we will copy our AdminLTE dashboard files in our project folder. Then in further videos we will create database for our application. So bye bye, see you in next video. Welcome back friends, I hope you are all fantastic. Now in this video we are going to create a new folder in our Xampp directory. We are creating a new folder for our project. So our project folder name will be POS barcode. So where we are going to create new folder, let me show you. Simply let's open our this PC, and here you can see I have two drives, and in C drive we have installed our Xampp server. So inside the Xampp server, Xampp folder, you can see here the Xampp folder, and let's go inside the Xampp folder, and here you can see a folder which name is htdocs. So forget all the folder, instead of htdocs just remember this htdocs folder. Let's open this htdocs, and here I can create a new folder for our project. So right click and go to new and click on folder, and our project folder name will be POS barcode. Okay, you can see here POS barcode, just enter and you can see this folder is empty now. So what we need to do, you can see here, just minimize this window, our project folder window. Let's minimize and open this AdminLTE 3, and inside the AdminLTE 3 we have lots of files. You can see here we have folders, build, dist, pages and plugins and all the things. Okay, so we are going to copy all the files and we will paste all the files in our project folder. Simple, just select all by pressing Ctrl+A and right click and just click on copy all the files. You can see here I have copied all the files, you can see here, and let's just go in our project folder. You can see our project folder location. Our project folder location you can see in C drive, C drive, and inside the Xampp and an htdocs, and inside the htdocs I have my project folder POS barcode. So in this folder I am going to paste all the files. Right click, show more options, and just paste. So it will take some time for pasting the file inside the project folder. So now our project folder will be ready for us, and we can open using of localhost, means using of server. So let's open our browser, and on the browser open a new tab, type localhost and / then write POS barcode, press enter. You can see here this site can't be reached, localhost refused to connect, because we need to open our Xampp server. Let's search Xampp control panel, open the Xampp control panel. It is compulsory when we are working on PHP, we need to start Apache server. You can see here we have not started the Apache server and MySQL, that's why it is not opening using of localhost. So simply click on a start button for Apache server and click on a start button for MySQL. Let's minimize this control panel of Xampp server, and now again refresh our localhost and POS barcode URL. Perfect. You can see here our project is open. We can say this dashboard version 2, dashboard version 3, and so on. Okay, I hope you got this what I have done here, and you can see here inside the htdocs we have POS barcode. Here we can create more folders for more projects. Okay, if we want to create another project, we can create here a new folder for another project, but we are working now on POS barcode, so we will work on POS barcode folder. So I hope you got this. If you have any problem, you can ask me the question. From the next video we will learn how can we create a database and how can we create a database table for our project. After that we will create or we will design our login page for our application. Simply we will copy the login page code from this AdminLTE dashboard, so it will easy for us for creating a page for login to our application. I hope you got this. If you have any doubt, you can ask me the question. So see you in next video. Hey, welcome back friends. So I hope you are all fantastic. So in this video we are going to create a database for our project, and after creating a database we will create a table for our user. That user table we will use for our login and registration page. So simply how can we create a database for our project? So as we know, we need to start our Xampp server, means we need to start Apache server and MySQL. So let's check is it start or not. You can see here the Apache server is already running and MySQL is also running. Okay, so now we can open the localhost. Simply type in your browser URL localhost / then PHP MyAdmin. Okay, so my internet connection is on, that's why it's open the link for localhost. Okay, so don't confuse, simply type localhost and press enter from your keyboard. So it will open a dashboard for you, and using of dashboard we can go in PHP MyAdmin. So simply you can see this is offline, it is running using of our Xampp server, not online. Okay, so here you can see our PHP MyAdmin, and here we have lots of option. You can see here we have not any database. Here you can see the list, and you can see the option database, SQL, status, user accounts, export, import, settings, and so on. So simply we don't need do lots of things here. We need simply click on database for creating a new database. It is a simple steps. Now you can see here, after clicking on database, here we can create database. Here we can give the database name. So what the database name we are going to here, simply let me open the notepad. Here I already wrote some names. You can see here database name, we will give database name POS underscore barcode underscore DB. DB is for database. It is the short form of the database. Okay, and after creating the database we will create table, and the table name we will give TBL underscore user. So TBL is short name of table. Okay, and in this table we will create 5 columns: user ID, username, user email, user password, and role. Role will be two types, is one is for admin and second is for user. In admin section, the admin will have all the access of the application, but in not user. So user can access only the limited pages of the application. Okay, so let us start to create our database. Simply give the name here POS underscore barcode underscore DB. Okay, POS barcode underscore DB. Let's create, or let's click on create. Okay, now our database is created successfully. You can see here POS underscore barcode underscore DB. Now the second step is to create our table. So you can see here our table name is TBL underscore user. So let's give here TBL underscore user. And how much column we want to create in our database table. So we want to create 5 columns. You can see here the column names in our database. Okay, so instead of 4 I am going to give here 5. Now click on create for creating a table in our database. So first column name I am going to give user ID. Okay, and second is username, third is user email, and fourth is user password, and fifth is role. Okay, user ID, username, user email, user password, and role. All the spelling is right, and let's check. User ID, username, user email, user password, and role. Okay, so here we need to give the type of data types. So the data type will be integer for user ID. Length we are going to give here 11, and one thing more which is very important, the user ID is primary key and it will auto increment. So that's why we need to check this AI. Okay, so it will increment automatically when we create or when we generate a new entry for user. Okay, so now username will be the varchar, type of varchar, and here the length value I'm going to give 200, and user email is also type of varchar, then length value is 200. User password also the varchar, then give here 200, and this role is also the varchar, and length I'm going to give here 50, because here we will only use the admin and user. Okay, so I hope you got this. Nothing we need to do here. And now let's save and click on save button. Perfect. You can see here our database and database table is created successful. You can see a user ID which is primary key and auto increment, and username and user email and user password and role. Okay, now fill the first entry. Okay, so how can we fill? Simple, let's go and insert, and you can see a user ID is auto increment, so we don't need to put anything here. And in the username I'm going to put my name Faizan, and user email I am going to give here a dummy email faizan@gmail.com, and in the password I am going to give here 12345. It is a dummy password, and role I am going to give here admin. Okay, now click on go, and now let's back on our database. You can see here, let me click on this POS underscore barcode underscore DB. Okay, and click on table, and here you can see user ID, user name, and user email, user password, and role. Okay, so I hope you got this what I have done here. If you have any doubt, you can ask me the question. Simply what I have done here, let me repeat. Simply I have opened the localhost and PHP MyAdmin, and I have created a database, and I have created a new database by giving the name here. And after creating a new database, I have created a new table, and inside the new table I have created 5 columns for my TBL underscore user. Simple. So if you have any doubt, you can ask me the question. So see you in next video. Welcome back friends. In this video we are going to create a login page for our application. So for saving the time, we are going to copy the source code from AdminLTE dashboard for login page, and we will copy the source code of login page from AdminLTE dashboard, and we will use that source code in our application. So by the simple steps we can do in easy way. So follow me and let's start. Simply first of all, open our project folder. Let's go on file in our code editor, means in Visual Studio Code, and go in open folder and go on our C drive where your folder is residing, and inside the Xampp and inside the htdocs, here we have our project folder. So select this POS barcode and open this. So simply you can see here in this folder we have copied the AdminLTE dashboard files in POS barcode. So there are lots of files of AdminLTE dashboard. We can open that files in our browser, and we can open that files in our code editor, and we can copy the source code from that files, and we can create new files for our project. So that all the steps we will follow. So don't be confused. First of all, go in this pages folder in our project folder. You can see here we have examples, and there are lots of examples like blank page and like for contact us.html, and for the e-commerce and the invoice, and lots of. So we can use any of them. So I'm going to use login v2.html. Let's open in our code editor, and you can see here the code, and let's open this login v2.html file in our browser. So first let me open our project in Xampp, htdocs, POS barcode, and pages. You can see here in pages folder, and in the examples folder you can see the path, and here we have login v2.html file. And let me open this file using of our browser, and let's see the design. You can see this is awesome login design for our application. So this design we are going to use using of AdminLTE dashboard in our application, and simply we will remove this social icons from here, and I will remove this registered a new membership from here. Why I'm going to remove this registered a new membership from here? Because in point of sale system or inventory system, mostly admin create the registration of any user, not the user can directly register their self using of any link. Okay, so inside the admin section we will give the registration page link, and admin can create a new account for the user. Okay, so let's open our code editor, and here we have the code all the code of that login page. So select all this and copy this all code, and let's come back on our project folder. Okay, remember one thing, you should select your folder. You can create your new file from here also, but I am going to create new file from here. Okay, new file. Okay, perfect. You can see here I have created a new file, index.php, and here you can see the different extensions. This index, the extension of this index is .html, and our file extension is .php. So this is the master file of our project, and we will paste the all source code of login in this index.php file. So Ctrl+V for paste. Okay, now let's save by pressing Ctrl+S, and now let's open our file using of our browser. So simple. In a new tab, type localhost / then our project name, post barcode, and press enter. You can see here our login page, but you can see here our page is missing some CSS and jQuery file, because we need to configure the relative path of CSS files and jQuery files. So how can we do that? Simple steps we will follow. You can see here the relative path of the CSS file. Okay, one thing I want to explain you. You can see our project folder name is POS barcode, and you can see here dist folder. So dist folder is residing in POS barcode folder. You can see this dist, and in same folder our index.php file is residing here. So that's why you can see here index.php and dist folder is residing in POS barcode folder. Both the files and both the directories, or we can say page, our page and folder is residing in same folder. That's why we don't need to give like this relative path. So I am going to remove this, and the same thing we will do for the plugin folder. And let's see where is the plugin folder. You can see here the plugin folder. So let's remove this also for plugin folder, because plugin folder and our file index.php is residing in the same folder. So our folder name is POS barcode. Okay, so let's save and let's see the link is working or not. Let's refresh. Perfect. You can see our AdminLTE login is working successfully. So now let's back on our code editor, and the same thing we will do with the jQuery files, and remove this for the jQuery and remove for the dist. Okay, I will explain you in further videos when we will work from this type of relative paths, so don't worry. And let me remove more things. Here I want to change. Here I am going to give POS barcode, and I am removing this v2. Okay, and here I am going to change. Here I am going to give POS and barcode. Perfect. And you can see here the relative paths. Okay, but we will changes in next videos here. And just remove the social icons. You can see here the remember check, input type is checkbox. So I'm also going to remove this from here. Okay, and this is the submit button code, and here we have the social icon source code. So remove this. Okay, and remove this, and let's save and let's see the output. Perfect. You can see here POS barcode and sign in to start your session, and here we can put our email address in this field, and we can put our password in the password field, and we can click on the sign in button for login. And we will use this I forgot my password in next video. So our login page is successfully designed. If you have any doubt, you can ask me the question. Simply what I have done here, let me explain you. Simply I have copied the source code from the pages and in the examples pages, and I just created a new file in the same folder, POS barcode. You can see here the same file which name is index.php. That is the master file in our project, and I have pasted that file, and I just manage this plugins or files like CSS files and jQuery files in our page. So after that I have saved the source code and I have successfully run my login page. Okay, so if you have any doubt, you can ask me the question. From the next video we will work for the further code. So see you in next video. Hi, welcome back friends. So in this video we are going to install some extensions for our Visual Studio Code editor, and here we need some extensions for PHP, for Bootstrap, for HTML, for CSS, and for the JavaScript and so on. Okay, so here is option in our VS Code. You can see here extension. We can access the extension section by pressing Ctrl plus Shift plus X. Okay, and you can see here the list of lots of extension for the Python, Jupyter, Pylons, and C++ and so on. Okay, so but here in our project we are working with PHP and HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, Ajax, and so on, and MySQL. Okay, so that extension we need now. So how can we install this? Simply you can see here the simple list of PHP extensions. Okay, you can see here it is recommending us the extension for PHP, so we can install this. Let's install the first PHP IntelliFans. Let's install. Okay, it is installing, and we can read about this extension from here. You can see IntelliFans and PHP Code Intelligence for the Visual Studio Code. Okay, and if you want to read about it, you can read it from here. Okay, and now let's install PHP debug. This will also help us in our code, and it will debug our PHP code. And after that we can install for the HTML. We can search the extension from here, and for HTML I can search from here. You can see here HTML CSS support, IntelliSense for CSS class name, and there are lots of extension we can install in our VS Code editor. Okay, so I am installing some which I can find in the extension manager, and you can install as your need, and it is not necessary to install that extension that I am installing in my VS Code. You can install any of them if you want, and you can see the functionality of that extension. Okay, and after this let me search for the JavaScript, and here is the lots of extension for the JavaScript. Okay, let me install this JavaScript ES6 code snippets, and okay, and one more extension I want to install, which name is tab9. Yes, this is this extension. You can read about it. This extension is very famous extension and very useful extension. Tab9 AI autocomplete for JavaScript, Python, TypeScript, and PHP, and so on. There are lots of languages that is supported. Okay, and let me install this. Okay, it is initializing tab 9 in my VS Code. And one more extension I want to install, highlight matching tag. Okay, so it will help us to highlight the tag, starting tag and end tag. So let's search here, it is available or not. Yes, it is available. Okay, so I am installing this, and one more extension which name is Prettier. Okay, and it is downloaded, or I mean installed. Okay, you can see here the code formatter. This extension is for the code formatter, so let's install this. Okay, and it is installing now. It will format our code in our machine. Okay, so all the extension I have installed which we are using it, which will help us in our coding. So see you in next video. Hey, welcome back friends. In previous video we have successfully installed some extensions in our Visual Studio Code. Now in this video we are going to create a new folder. You can see here in the image, here we have a file which name is index.php. This file belongs to the login, and after the login we will create a UI folder in our project. In which folder? In POS barcode folder. In POS barcode folder we will create a UI folder, and all the files of the project we will create inside UI folder. Okay, so we are going to separate all the files which we will create in our application in UI folder. So first of all, in this video we will create two files in UI folder. Before creating these two files, we will create a new folder in our project, and inside that folder we will create two files. First file name is dashboard.php, which belongs to the admin section. It means using of that dashboard.php file, user can access whole application, because this area belongs to the admin section. And another side we can see here, we have user, and we will create a file which name will be user.php. So user.php file will belongs to the user section, means we will not give the full access of the user of our application. User only can create bill and can generate the billing receipt, and some other tasks we will give the access of some other tasks to the user. But in the admin section, admin can manage all the application using of dashboard.php file. Okay, so let's start. And first of all, we will change the theme of our Visual Studio Code, and then we will create a UI folder, and inside that folder we will create these two files, and we will use a starter.html file code in our dashboard.php and user.php file. Okay, so let's go. So here we have our project in VS Code editor. You can see here all the files, and this is the index.php file which belongs to the login, and here we have our project folder. So select our project folder, POS barcode, and create a new folder using this option. Okay, and I am going to give UI name of my folder. Inside that folder we will create new files. Okay, so select this folder and create new file which name will be dashboard.php. okay, and another file name will be user.php. okay, so here we have two files, dashboard.php and user.php, but from where we need to write the code. So we will copy the source code of a starter.html file. You can see here the starter.html file. Okay, first let's open this file in our browser. Type localhost / our project name post barcode, and then starter.html. So you can see this is the sample page, means the starter page we can use in our code, and we will use this code in every file. So let's copy the code, select all, right click and copy, and let's back on our dashboard.php and let's paste here. Okay, save, and let's open this. So after the POS barcode, I need to write UI and press enter. Inside the UI, you can see here I have two files, dashboard.php and user.php. So first click on dashboard.php, but it will not run because we need to change the relative path of CSS and JavaScript files or all other dependencies files. So let's open this dashboard.php. You can see here. Okay, here we are missing some CSS, all the CSS, not the sum, all the CSS and all the JavaScripts, all the jQuery files and other dependencies files. So what we need to do, simply we need to change the relative paths. Okay, so here you can see we have plugin folder, dist folder, and our file, you can see here dashboard.php is inside the UI. So one folder up we have plugin folder and dist folder. So for one folder up we need to write this type of syntax, dot dot then forward slash. Okay, so let's copy this syntax, simple, these lines, and I can paste here, and let's save and see the output, it is working or not. Refresh, perfect, it is working. So this type we can change the relative path of any file, and we need to change it in some other line of codes. So let me see, we need to give here, okay, and we need to give here also, and here we need to give, here we need to give, okay, here we need to give. These are all the JS file, JavaScript files. You can see here the extensions of this file is .js. So let's save and see the output. If we will face any problem, then we will try to remove that error. So you can see this page, we don't need to do anything here, all the things is perfect. Let's check it is working or not. Yes, it is working. Okay, so I hope you got this. What I have done here, simply you can see a dashboard.php file. Inside the dashboard.php file I have used the code of starter.html, means the sample page. So every time we can use this code in other files. So it is very easy for creating an application by using this of source code. If we don't use this AdminLTE dashboard, then we will need to write the code for the bootstrap and JavaScript and CSS and the HTML. So for saving the time and for learning purpose, we are using this dashboard, AdminLTE dashboard. So it will be good for using AdminLTE dashboard because our application we can create very fast. So that's why everyone should use the dashboard, these types of dashboard. Okay, so we will continue in next video. If you have any doubt, you can ask me the question. In the next video we will remove these boxes, we will keep only this fourth box, featured box. Okay, and we will work on the menus. So this is enough in this video. See you in next video. Hi, welcome back friends. So in this video we are going to create a new file which name will be header.php file and footer.php file. You can see this page dashboard.php. So here we can divide this code into three parts. We can copy the starting lines, means these lines in header, and we can use that footer lines, means you can see the main footer in footer page. So how can we do this? Let me show you. So first of all, in the UI folder I'm going to create a new file which name will be header.php. okay, and inside this file let me copy these lines from the first line to the content area. So let me find main sidebar. Let's copy the main sidebar code, and then now you can see here the main content area. Okay, so this code which is selected here, I will cut from here and first I will copy this code and cut from this file from the dashboard PHP, and this code I will paste into the header. Okay, so first of all copy, right click, copy, and then cut. Okay, so I cut this code and let's go in header and let's paste it here. Okay, now save. Okay, and just like this we can copy the footer code. So our content wrapper class and content header, you can see here where it is the closing tag of this content area. You can see here the main content. Okay, and division class content, and let's see the end of this content. Okay, so from here I will copy the footer area. So let me select first and copy from here, and let's cut from here, and let's create a new file in UI folder and give the name footer.php, and let's paste that code in footer.php and save. Okay, now you can see our dashboard here, only the content area code. Okay, and you can see the header, content wrapper class, content header, content fluid, and so on. Okay, so I think this is the code for let me see in the starter page. Okay, breadcrumb starter page, and inside the start page a simple link, home, then starter page. Okay, so this code also I can paste in the header. Okay, so let me see first the content wrapper class where it is end here. Okay, so it is sufficient for us. Let's save it and see the output for the dashboard. Okay, you can see here all the pages disturbed now. So what we need to do, simply let's go in dashboard.php, and here just before the page we will write the PHP code. Okay, so PHP and closing tag of PHP. Now here I will write include once, and inside the include once I will add header.php file. Okay, now let's save and see the output. Perfect. Okay, you can see here our header file is working perfect. Now we need to add the footer file. So just like this, let's copy this code and let's come down in the file, and here after this where is the content wrapper division is closed, and let's paste it here. Okay, and just we need to change here header to footer. Now save and let's see the output. Refresh our file, and perfect, you can see here. Okay, our footer is also working and header is also working. So what is the benefit of these lines? You can see here our code is very short. We just need to work inside this code. we don't need to work in the header directly, and we can reuse these lines, okay, in every file. So for reusing this, I am going to select all and copy, and I am going to create a new file, and which file name I giving here, blank.php, and inside the blank.php I will paste this whole code and save. Okay, and just like this, let's go in dashboard.php, select all code, and let's go in user.php and paste it here. Okay, so just like this we have created the user.php file. And now you can see, if we create a new file, then we will copy the whole code from the blank.php and we will use that code for every file. Okay, so now one thing more I want to tell you, we can change the template color of the Visual Studio Code. So let's go in setting and let's go in color theme and select this monokai. Okay, now it is looking good, perfect. Okay, save. So I hope you got this what I have done here. Simply let me explain. We can use the code by differentiating in different files. So I just divide the code of a single page, means of a dashboard.php. I have divided the code, some code I placed in header.php file, and I can change it from here. Okay, and I just cut some code from dashboard.php from here, and I just add that code in footer.php, and I include this footer.php just like this. So by this way we can write code easily. We will not confuse, and you will also not confuse. We just need to write code inside this, okay, inside this card bodies. So I hope you got this. If you have any problem, you can ask me the question, and we will continue in next lecture. So see you in next video. Hey, welcome back friends. So in previous videos we have successfully created header and footer files for our application. Now in this video I am going to create a new file which name will be connectdb.php. So in that file we will write code for database connection, for creating a database connection from database to our application. Okay, so let's open our code editor, and here you can see our folder which name is UI, and inside this folder I am going to create a new file. From this icon I can create a new file. Let's click on this icon, and here we need to give the name of the file. So I am going to give connect db. db stands for database, and .php. php is extension of the file. Now press enter, and now we have our file. So here we will write code for creating a database connection. Simply first we need to write PHP tags, simple, and inside this PHP tags we can write our code. So here I'm going to create a variable $pdo, then new, then method, terminate this method, and inside this method I need to pass 3 parameters. Okay, and inside this first parameter I need to pass MySQL, because we are working with MySQL and we are creating database using of MySQL. So here I am going to give MySQL. If we use Oracle, then we need to write other different lines for the Oracle, and if we use MS SQL Server, so we will need to write another lines instead of MySQL, but this time we are working with MySQL, so that's why I am going to write here MySQL. And here after MySQL I need to write host, because on which host we are working. So we are working for localhost, using of localhost. So here I am going to give localhost. When we upload our application on the server, then we need to change the host from here, but this time we are working with on our local machine, that's why I have given here localhost. and after this I need to give the DB name is database name. It is a stand for database name, DB name. So our DB name is what? Let me see. Open our browser and open localhost, then PHP myadmin. Okay, localhost PHP myadmin. Okay, now you can see here our database name is POS barcode db_db. So let's copy this. Okay, and let's back on the Visual Code Editor, means our code editor, and here I can paste our database name. Okay, so our database name you can see here POS_barcode_db. Okay, and now on the second parameter or argument I can pass here username. So the default username of PHP myadmin is root, and in the third I need to pass the password, but we have not set the password for our localhost and for my PHP myadmin, so I am going to leave it empty. Okay, so this line is completed now, and after this I need to show a message if our connection is successful. Then it will show a message, connection success. Okay, and now let's terminate this line. Perfect. Now let's save and let's test. Open our browser, and here just type UI, enter, and here you can see our connectdb file. Let's click on the connectdb.php. Perfect, you can see your connection success. Okay, and now let's back. Let me arrange this browser and code editor. It will easy for us to understand what I am teaching to you. And here, after writing the code for the connection, I am going to tell you about the try and catch method. Okay, so here one thing more I want to tell you, we can use try and catch. Simply let me show you. First of all, you can see here so before telling about the try catch block, let me show you why we are use try catch block. For example, if we write wrong database name, for example the database name is POS _barcode_db, but if I remove this POS underscore, then the database name is barcode_db, which is wrong database name. So what will be the result in our browsers? Let's save and see the output, and let's refresh our browser. Now you can see the error is very long. You can read it: unknown database in C drive, pass POS barcode UI connectdb, and so on. Okay, so maybe it will confuse to understand what is the error we are facing from the source code. Okay, so that is the use of try catch block. If we use try catch block in our code, then we can get the exact error which we have done in our code. Okay, so let me write the try catch. Try, then open and close brace, then catch, then okay, and inside the try we can pass our cut from here and paste it here, and in the catch block, now here inside the catch we need to write PDO exception, and here I need to variable. I can give any variable here. For example, I'm going to give E. Okay, and Now here I need to write echo and then $e and get message. Okay, so inside then terminate congress on your first tab line code completion. Okay, so now you can see here, just comment out this and let's save, and you can see here our database name is wrong, and let's refresh our browser. Perfect. Now you can see the difference in between the errors. You can see it is directly showing us unknown database barcode underscore db. Okay, after using try and catch block, we can find out the exact error, which error we are getting from our code. So that's why we use try catch block. If you want to use, you can use try catch block, or otherwise if you don't want to use, you can code without the try catch block. So I hope you got this what I have shown in this video to you. If you have any doubt, you can ask me the question. So see you in next video. Hey, welcome back friends. So now in this video we are going to work with our login page, and you can see here on the screen I have divided our screen in two parts, and in the first part we are working with our code editor. We will write the code using of our code editor, and in the other hand you can see our screen of login using of the browser, and now we are going to write code for our login page. So here you can see our index.php file, which is also the master page and which is also the login page. So here you can see the form, the starting tag of the form and the closing tag of the form, and you can see here the attribute which name is action. So I am going to remove this into the action, and I am going to use the post method for our form. And you can see here the inputs. Okay, inputs, the first input is belongs to the email field. You can see here the email, and second input is belong to the password field. You can see the password field here, and third is for the button. So here I am going to give the attribute, name attribute I am going to give here, and the name of our email field is txt underscore email, and for the password field, and I am going to give name attribute, and here also I am going to give txt underscore password. Okay, so we will using this name attribute in our PHP code, and the same thing we can do with our button. So let's copy this attribute, name attribute. You can see here this is the input type, for the email, and this is the input code for the password. Now let's go on the button code, and just after this password field here we have our button code. So you can see here button type is submit, and here you can see the class we are using here, and the text or caption you can see. So I can change this from sign in to login, and here I can give the attribute name, and you can see here the name attribute for the button. So I can give here the name attribute for the button btn underscore login. Okay, and one thing more I can change here, you can see the link for the password, forget password. So copy and cut from here, and I'm going to paste it here. So save, and let's refresh our page, continue. Perfect, you can see here. Okay, so our form coding is completed now, and now we can write code for the PHP from here. Okay, so here I need to write PHP, and here first of all I need here to include our database file. So I'm going to use include once, and here I am going to write connect db.php. Now let's save and see it is working or not. refresh our page. Oh, we are getting error. So what error we are getting here? Let's maximize our browser. So the warning is include once connectdb.php failed to open a stream, no such file or directory in this location. So our index.php file are unable to find connectdb.php file. Okay, why? You can see here our connectdb.php file is inside the UI folder. So if our index.php file is searching connectdb.php file just outside the UI folder, so we need to give the exact path for index.php file for connectdb.php file. So here I need to give UI, then forward slash. Now index.php file first goes to the UI folder, and inside the UI folder it will get connectdb.php file. Now let's save and refresh our page. Perfect, you can see here connection successful. So our database connection is successful with our login page. And now let's go and connect db.php file, and we can comment out this line. Save connect db.php file, and let's back on index.php. And now here I need to start session variable. So I'm going to use this session start, and let's terminate this. After this I need if method. If inside the if I will use the isSet method. Inside the isSet I will write $_ ppost. Okay, and inside the post I will give the button name attribute btn_login. Okay, so let's open the brace and close brace. Okay, and now you can see here if we are using isSet method and $_post, it means when we click the login button it will set the value in our variable. So here we need variable, so I'm going to create user email, and inside the user email I will get out the value using of post method. Okay, so inside the post method I will pass txt_email. Okay, so in this variable I am getting value from this text field. Okay, using of this name attribute. And after this I need the password value, so I am going to create here a new variable. So $password, and the same line I need to write here $_post, and inside I can write the name attribute of password field, which was txt_password. Let's terminate this line, and now let's echo our $user email, and now let's concatenate some space in between user email and password, and here I can pass the password variable. And let's terminate this and save our file and see the output. Now first let's refresh. Okay, and here already I have filled some values, so let's fill again. So I'm going to give here faizan@gmail.com, and password I'm going to give here 123. Okay, and let's click on login. Perfect, you can see here the email faizan@gmail.com and then the password. So our code is working perfect. Let me explain you what I have done here. Simply in the first step I just given the name attribute of the input types, in which input types are for our email field and for our password field and for our button. You can see here simply this attribute name and this attribute for the password field, and the same thing I have given for the button. Okay, and this attribute I use in my PHP code. First of all, what I have done here, you can see, first of all I just add the database connection file. I just connect from the database, and I have start the session here. Okay, and when we work with the database in further video, then it will help, then it will required for us. Okay, so now you can see here, if I just use if and set method, and I use $_post, and I just use button attribute name btn_login. It means when we click button using of post method, we can get out the values of this field and the password field in this variable, and I just echo the values of that variable. Okay, now in the next videos we will work with the database, and we have get out these values in this variable, and we will get out the values in another variable from the database, and database variable and text field variables values we will compare. If the values will match, then we will get the successful login, otherwise we will get the error. Any error we can get, like a wrong password, wrong email, or anything else. So I hope you got this what I have done here. If you have any doubt, you can ask me the question. So see you in next video. Hey, welcome back friends. So in previous video we have successfully fetched out the data from the text fields on our login page. You can see here in the source code or PHP code, we have fetched out the data in the variable. The variable name is user email and $password. So we have get out the values of these fields into this variable, and we have shown the value of user email and password in this page. Okay, so now we are fetching out the data from the database, and we are going to working with the database in this video. It means this was a static portion, and now in this video we are going to work with the dynamic portion. So let's start. Simply first remove this line, and after this I need to write a select query. So for writing the select query, I need to write a variable select $select. This is the variable, and after this I need to write $PDO. So this $PDO I am taking from connectdb.php file. You can see the variable $PDO, and this variable I am using here $PDO, then object operator, then I am using here prepare method. Okay, and terminate this, and inside this I am going to write a query select asterisk from table_user table_user. Let's see the table name, table user. Okay, perfect. And after the table user I am using here where clause, where user email is equal to, in the single quote I need to write here the variable name, okay, user email, and I need to write here user password, and I need to write here AND operator. Okay, but I will write in capital letter. So you can see this is our select query, select $PDO, then prepare method, select asterisk from tbl_user where user email. This user email and user password is the column name of our table user. Let me show you in our database, and you can see here in our table user, and this is the user email, this is the column name where our email is exist, and this is the column name of our password column. So this is the password. Okay, so let's come back on our editor, and after this we need to execute our query. So select variable and then execute. Okay, after the execute I will fetch out all the value in the row variable, then row, and then $select, then object operator, then I use here fetch method for fetching out all the values using of PDO, then scope resolution operator, and then fetch SOC. Okay, and after this here I I need to write a simple if condition. Okay, so let's write if and open brace, close brace, then else. Okay, now inside this if I will give the condition, then $row, and in a single quote I will give here user email of my database column name, and I will compare from the value of user email variable. Just like this I will give, or I will compare the value of password. Okay, and let me check this, what the mistake I have done here. Simple, I need to give this close here, not here. Okay, so perfect. And here after the end I just need the same line, $row, and here I need to give in a single quote user password, and then $password. Okay, and here I need to pass the success method using a variable success, and I will give here login success, then terminate, and then echo. And just like this I need to write login fail in else section, so echo, then $success is equal to wrong email or password. Okay, so after the success message I need to write a method which name is header. After the successful login we need to redirect our page on the dashboard.php, so I need to here a header method, and inside this I need to write a refresh, and here I will pass dashboard.php, okay, our file name, and the page refresh time is 1. Okay, and save our file. So our code is successfully written our VS Code. Now let's check our file in browser, maximize this, and let's give here password, and inside the password field let's give the password, and inside the email we have given the email. Okay, so password is 12345, and press on login button. So login success, and but it is not found the dashboard.php file. Why? Because our dashboard.php file is residing inside the UI folder. You can see here. Okay, inside the UI folder we have the dashboard.php file. So here we need to give UI, then / then dashboard.php. Now let's save and see the output. Now let's back and refresh our page, and again select our email address and give the right password 12345, and press on login. Login successful, and it is redirect us on ui.dashboard.php file. So fantastic, our code is working perfect. So now let's back and again check by giving the wrong password. For example 123, it is showing us a message wrong email or password or not. So press on login. Oh, but it is showing a message wrong email or password, but with this warning: trying to access array offset on value of type bool in this directory. So we will resolve this error in the further videos, or in next video I will show you how can we resolve this. So but this time our code is working perfectly for successful login. Let me explain you what I have done here. Simply I just got the value in this two variable using of text fields, and after this I just wrote the select query. You can see here the select query, and after the select query I just execute the select query, and I just get out all the value of table and the row variable, and I just put here the if condition, and I just compare the values from database column and the variable for email address and for the user password and the password variable. This user password is belongs to the database, and this variable $password belongs to the text field. Okay, both the values are same. If both the values are same, then it will show us a login successful, and it will redirect us on dashboard.php file. Okay, and if the values are not matched, then it will redirect us on the else section, and this line will execute. I hope you got this. If you have any problem, you can ask me the question. So see you in next video. Hi, welcome back friends. So in last video we have successfully completed our code for successful login, but we were facing error when we were filling the wrong information. For example, the email address, and for the password, when we were filling the wrong password or email address, then we were facing this error trying to access array offset on value of type rule in this page. Okay, so this is very common error. Lots of developers facing this error, and there in this video I am going to give the solution for resolving this error. Simply what we need to do here, here this error is about to array. So what we need to do, you can see here our $row is getting value from the array fetch array. Okay, so what we need to do, simply after this I need if condition. I'm using here if, and inside the if, and then else. Okay, and here if I will use is underscore array. Okay, and inside the array I will is underscore array method I will pass $row. Okay, and here in this section I will copy all the code, this if and else. I will copy this, control copy and cut from here, and in this if section I will just paste. Okay, and I will remove this else and remove this else, and I will copy this echo statement or a line from here. I copy and cut from here, and I'm going to paste in else section. Okay, and you can see here this is if. Okay, and let me close this if. Okay, and this else is belongs to this if, you can see that. Okay, and this if is close here, and this else is belong to this if. Okay, so here I just check using of this method is array. This variable $row is the type of array. It will return a true or false value. Okay, if it is true, then our code will successfully run. Okay, so let's check and save first, and let's check, refresh our page, and let's fill the wrong information and wrong password and press on login. So it is showing us wrong email or password. So our code is working perfectly. We are not facing that error which we were facing in last videos. Okay, and we can add here, and we will add here the suite alerts or other alerts, other type of alerts for showing the errors. Okay, so don't be confused and don't worry. And now let's fill the right password and email address, right email address and right password, and let's see it is working or not. So login successful, and it's redirect us on our dashboard.php page. Okay, I hope you got this what I have done in this video. If you have any problem, you can ask me the question. So see you in next video. Hey, welcome back friends. So now in this video we are going to work with the multi-user login system, and in previous video we have successfully resolved our error by using this line of code. You can see here is underscore error method. Okay, and now in this video we are going to write code for the user section. In the previous video we have successfully wrote the code for the admin section. We are able to access our login section by login to the admin credentials. Okay, now in this video we are going to write code for the user section. For the user section, first of all, let's go in our database and let's go here in our database file, and here we have our database table, and you can see here the credentials for the admin. Okay, so here you can see the role is admin. We need to put, or we need to insert a record for the user, our dummy record for the user. So let's go on insert, and here I can write name user, and here I'm going to give user@gmail.com, which is dummy email address, and I'm going to give the password here is 123. Okay, and the role I am going to give user, USER, capital USER. Let's click on go, and now here in our table underscore user we have, you can see the username is user, and user email is user@gmail.com, password is 123, and role is user. So when we use this credentials, this login user login Gmail address and this password, it will redirect us on the user section, means user.php page, not on the dashboard.php page. If we log in from this Gmail address, fezan@gmail.com 1235, the role of this Gmail address is admin, so it will redirect us on, after successful login, the dashboard.php file, on the dashboard.php file. Okay, I hope you got this what I am saying here, and let's go back on our code editor, and here we need to write some simple lines. Here I use, you can see, if method, if condition, sorry, not method, and here I can use else if. Okay, and inside the else if I can pass the same line. Okay, copy this line and let paste here. Okay, here I'm going to give login successful by admin. Okay, and let's copy these lines and let paste it here, and here I am going to give user instead of dashboard user, because I want to log in on user.php page, and the message I am going to show here, login success by user. Okay, I hope you got this what I have done here, and let's save and run our code. It will run or not, but before this, you can see here we need to give the role. Role is type of user, so you can see here the difference between them. Here is the role is admin, you can see here role is admin, and here role is user. When the role is admin, it will redirect us on the admin section, means on dashboard.php, and if the role is user, then it will redirect us on user.php file, mean user section. Let's save our file and let's run the code is working or not, and refresh our page. First of all, I am going to log in using of admin section, login success by admin. So you can see here we have successfully logged in by admin section to the dashboard.php. Now let's get back on the POS barcode. Now let's try to log in by user@gmail.com and password is 123, and let's login success by user, and you can see here it's redirect us on user.php. okay, I hope you got this what I have done here simply. Now let's get back on post barcode and let's give wrong credentials here, and let's see what will be the result. Perfect, you can see a wrong email or password. So our code is working perfect. Now one thing more I want to give here for the user, and let's go on user.php, and here I will change header. So here I will give new page name header user. Okay, so header user, let's copy this, and here in this folder UI I will create a new file which name will be header user.php, and here from the header.php file I will select all code and I will copy the code, and let's make on header user.php and I will paste here, and let's save. Okay, and we will work on header user.php file in further videos, and I will tell you why I separate the header file for the user section and for the admin section. It is very necessary to differentiate both the files for the dashboard and for the user. Okay, we will give limited credentials using of header user.php, and we will give full credentials of the application using of header.php file for the admin section. That's why I separate these two files here. Okay, one is for the user and one is for the admin. So this is enough, and yeah, I already explained you what I have done in this index in our login page. Let's go first index.php. You can understand what I have done here easily. If you have any doubt, you can ask me the question. So see you in next video. Hey, welcome my friends, welcome back in this video tutorial. So in previous videos we have successfully designed or divide our dashboard.php page into three parts. First part was the header.php, second part is the file name means dashboard.php, and the third part was footer.php. So now in this video we are going to design our dashboard.php file and also header.php file. So you can see here the menus item. I am going to remove some menus item, and I am going to remove some options from here, and I am going to add it, and I am going to remove these boxes from here. Okay, so in the next videos we will work with the sessions, and we will get out the value from the database, and using of session we will show the name of the users here in this place. Okay, so now let's go in our code editor, and first of all let's open our header.php file. So here is my header.php file, and open my browser, and let's just okay. So you can see here AdminLTE starter. I can remove this from here, and I can give here POS, and I can give here and let's save and refresh our file. So now you can see here POS barcode systems. I can give the space here and save again. Okay, and refresh this page. So you can see I have changed the name from here, and just like this we can do some changes in our header.php file. And simply after this let's go down, and here you can see here the if I maximize, you can see here the home and contact, so I don't need this option, so I'm going to comment out these lines or remove these lines. I can say that. Okay, and save file and refresh, and you can see here it's gone. Okay, I am not going to remove this, okay, because it may be confused for you. So now let's go further what I am going to do here. And after this, and leave this code, and here you can see AdminLTE 3, and I can change it also from here. So here I am going to give POS and barcode, save file, and let's refresh. So now you can see here, and we can change the image also from here. We will change in further videos. We will add our logo, our application logo, okay, and here I will add our name, means from the database, okay. So we will do with that from the using of session in next videos, okay. And after this I am going to remove this 3 links: starter pages, active page, and inactive page. We will copy this simple link for more options. So let's go further and simply remove this, okay. Cut this, save file, and refresh our page and open our menu, and now you can see this. And this I can copy, okay, and this line I can copy for more options, save, and let's refresh. Perfect, okay. So the first option will be let me maximize it, and the first option will be dashboard, and second will be category, and third may be registration, and here I will give the fourth is for the logout. And perfect, let's save and see the output. And let's remove this pages option from here, and we don't need the pages now. Remove from here, and remove from here, and remove from here, and I can change the icons also, and we will change, save, and see the output. Perfect, okay. So now let's go for the our dashboard file. So minimize this, and this is our header.php file, and let's select all the code from header.php and copy this code from here, and let's go on header user.php and select all, cut from here and paste that all the code from header.php file to header user.php. Now let's save, and we will use header user.php and user.php file, okay. So let's open user.php, okay. So perfect. Now let's back on the code editor, and let's go on dashboard.php, and I want to remove first let's come back on dashboard.php, and you can see here the starter page. I want to change this, okay. So the starter page here I want to give admin dashboard, save and refresh. Perfect, okay. and here we have these links. So let's comment out this, save and refresh. Perfect. And after this card title, I'm going to remove this boxes from here. So this is the container and the card. So the first card I'm going to remove from here, and the second also. Now let's save and see the output. Perfect. Now let's go for the third. So the third is start from here, and we are going to use the fourth. So you can see here the call LG6 division is called LG6. Let's save and let's refresh and see the output. Okay, you can see here. So what we can do, simply select this and let's copy this from here and cut from here, and remove this and give here 12 and paste it here and save and refresh. Perfect. So our page is successfully designed here. Okay, what I have done here, simply I just removed the call LG6 to 12 because the bootstrap system is based on the 12 grid system, so I used here 12 grid instead of 6 grid. Okay, so what I can remove this from here and save and refresh. Okay, Control Z, save and refresh again. Perfect, you can see that. Okay, so we will use this page in our further pages or further videos. Okay, so let's copy. First of all, you can see our dashboard.php, so select all code and copy that all code from here, and let's go on blank.php, select all, cut from blank.php file all the code, and right click and paste all the code from dashboard.php, because that code we will reuse in the next files. Okay, so that's why I'm pasting here and I'm saving here that code for the further files, for the use of further files. So save this. Okay, and you can see here the dashboard.php file. Okay, and we can change this icons for the different menus items, and we can work on this box or card body, we can say, and we will show the username here also. So I think this is enough in this video. We will see you in I will see you in next video. Hi, welcome back friends. So in this video I am going to show you how can you use the sessions and what is the importance of sessions. I will tell you in this video. So you can see here our index.php file and dashboard.php file. Let's open our browser, and you can see here our project URL, localhost and POS barcode. And if we log in, then we will log in successfully on our dashboard.php file. But without login, we can access here our dashboard.php file. Okay, so without login, we are able to access our dashboard.php file just like user.php file also. So how can we prevent this? We can prevent this situation using of sessions. Okay, so here let's back on the code editor, and here in the code editor, first of all, you can see here in my login page I just wrote in previous video session_start method. It is compulsory when we work with sessions, so this line we must to write on the first after the database connection for working with sessions. Okay, so after writing this line, here I will create session variables. So how can we create the session variables? Simply $_session, and inside the session I can get the value of user ID, okay, with the help of $row. Okay, you can see here using of $row and user ID, I am getting the value from this into this session variable. So you can see here I just wrote the select query in previous videos. You can see this, and we have the values of user ID, user email, and user password in $row array. Okay, so just like this, the same line we can write here. For the username, okay, and just like this I can get out the value of user email, okay, and just like this I can copy this line, yes. So you can see here this suggestion is given by the tab 9 Pro. It is the extension using of AI. It is giving us the suggestion of the code, so we are using this tab 9 extension here, so that's why we are getting the suggestion of the code. Okay, so you can see we have get out all the values in the session variables. So here we have use 4 session variable for the user ID, username, user email, and role. Okay, now let's save this file and let's back on dashboard.php, and inside the dashboard.php here we need to write our include once. So here we are writing the lines for connection the database, or simply inside here I can write connectdb PHP file, then terminate this line. After this I need to use here session. So which line I need to here, you can see in index.php session under start. Okay, this method I need to use here. One thing is also for note, you can see here I am using UI, then /, then connectdb. Okay, but here in dashboard.php file I am not using UI folder, because both the files containing in this same folder, dashboard.php and connectdb.php, but index.php is outside from the UI folder. That's why I used here UI. Okay, UI folder name, so don't be confused. And after this session I start the session here, and here I will use the if condition, and inside the if I will write here simple $_session, and inside the session I will write user email. Okay, then I will compare by comparison operator. If user email is empty, then I will use here a header method. Okay, and inside the header method I will give the location, okay, location, and give the file index.php. Okay, now it is showing us the error, so let's okay, perfect. It means if the user email, the session value of user email is empty, then it will redirect us on index.php. But you can see here index.php file is just outside from the UI folder, and dashboard.php file is inside the UI folder. So here we need to do some changes for the relative path. So we need to give here this type of syntax for the relative path. Okay, you can see a dot then /. Okay. Now let's save and see the result. It is running or not. Maximize our browser and let's go back on our POS_barcode, and let's try to access here UI then dashboard.php. Perfect. You can see it is working. We cannot access the dashboard file, dashboard.php file without the login. Okay. So the same thing we can do with the user file, user.php file. Let's copy these lines. Okay. Copy these lines and let's go on user.php and let's paste here and save. Okay, and let's check, refresh first and then try to access user.php. Perfect. You can see here we are not able to access user.php file also. Okay, I hope you got this what I have done here. Simply let me explain you. First of all, in index file in login page, I just get out the values using of $row in this session variables. Okay, and this session variable we can use in any file by using this start session method. Okay, so in dashboard.php file I just start the session and I just compare our session variable for user email is empty or not. Means if user try to access dashboard.php file or user.php file without entering the user email or password, then they cannot access that files. Okay, so we have put the restrictions here by writing this line of code. So I hope you got this what I have done here. If you have any doubt, you can ask me the question. So see you in next video. Hi, welcome back friends. So in this video we are going to create a new file which name will be logout.php. So in the previous videos we have completed our login section. We have successfully logged in dashboard.php for the admin section, and we have successfully logged in into the user.php for the user section. And now we need to create a logout.php page. So here we need to give the functionality for the logout. If I log in my dashboard.php file, then you can see here here I have created a menu item which name is logout, and here I want to log out the application. Okay, so what I need to do, simply let's go on our code editor and select our folder. Which folder I am going to select? UI folder. So inside the UI folder I am going to create a new file which name will be logout.php, and in that file I am going to write code for the logout. First of all, I need to write here PHP, and inside the PHP code I need to start a session first. Okay, session. Okay, then terminate. After starting the session, what I need to do, simple, I need to destroy the session. So terminate this, and after destroy the session, what I need to do, I need to redirect our page on the index.php, means on the login page. So okay, so for that what I need to do, simply I can use here header method again, and inside the header I can write location, then index.php. Okay, so you can see here our logout.php file inside the UI folder, and the index.php file is outside from the UI folder. That's why I wrote this syntax. Okay, this relative path. So save the file, and how can we use this logout.php file? Simply let's go on dashboard.php, and here we have our header, and let's go in header.php. Here is the header, and simply let's go for the menus, and here in the menus we have logout option. So here you can see the hyperlink hyperreference and anchor tag, and here you can see we can remove this and we can give here logout.php. okay, save our file and let's go on our browser, refresh our page and click on logout.php. Perfect, you can see we have successfully logged out from our application. Okay, now let's try to access UI, then dashboard.php. We cannot access directly because session is destroyed. Okay, let's again log in, and we have successfully logged in UI dashboard. If we go back on our index.php, okay, again let's go inside the UI folder and then dashboard.php we can access because the session is not destroyed. If we click on logout.php, the session is destroyed. So click on logout and now session is destroyed, and again we are trying to access the dashboard.php without login, so we will not be able to access the file. Let's see. Yes, you can see here. Okay, what I have wrote in this file in logout.php here is simple. We have started the session and we have destroyed all the session from our application, and then we have redirect user to the index.php file. Okay, I hope you got this what I have done here. If you have any doubt, you can ask me the question, but one thing more I want to do in this lecture for you. Let's go. A simple thing you can do with header user.php, and here you can pass simple logout.php. okay, let's save, and for the user we can also log out from the user section, and let's go on header.php file, and here in header.php file, first let me show you the dashboard.php page. Let me first log in, and here you can see the name Alexander Pierce, and I want to show my name here. So how can we do that? Simply let's go in header.php, and you can see here this. So what I need to do, simple cut this and write here some PHP tag here, and inside the PHP I can simply write here $_session, and inside there I can write user name. Okay, and let's terminate, and let's echo this session variable from here. Okay, and let's save and see the output, it is working or not. Okay, and open our application, then refresh. Perfect, you can see my name here, username here. Okay, if I log in from the user, we can see the username here. So the same thing we need to do with the header user.php. Let me copy this line, and let's go in header user, and let's go just above here, and let's paste here. Okay, save. Now let's go back on our browser, log out. So let's try to log in using of a user account and user@gmail.com. so it should be show the username, and let's try login success by user. Okay, so it is showing us the problem. Let's again try by login user. Okay, login here is login is success, but it is not redirecting us on the user.php file. So here let's go in our user.php file, and here all the code is correct, so we are not able to pass the session variable there in user.php. So what the mistake I have done, let's go on index.php. you can see here we have created the session variables in index.php in the previous video. So copy this session variables from here, copy, and let's paste in this section for the user section. Okay, so let's paste it here and save index.php file. Okay, now from here for the user section, the user file can get the session variable from here. Okay, now let's go back on our index.php file, and again let's try to access or log in user account from the user@gmail.com. Password is 123. Let enter. Login successful. Perfect, it is working now. So now you can see here the user, okay, and you can see here the logout. If I click on logout, it will log out from the page. Okay, I hope you got this what I have done here. If you have any doubt, you can ask me the question. So see you in next video. Hi, welcome back friends. So now in this video we are going to write code, or we can say we can copy code for the alerts. And from where we can copy the code from the alerts, we have AdminLTE dashboard, and there are lots of options we have seen in the previous videos we can use in our application. So we have also the alerts, and that alerts we can use in our application. Simple, we don't need to write code here. We can copy the code from the dashboard and we can use in our application. So here we are going to use the suite alerts, and there are lots of alerts we can use here, and there is another one is toast, and we are going to use the suite alert with the toast. And in the login page we are going to use the suite alert with toast, small alert, and in the next videos for other pages we will use the suite alert, main suite alerts. Okay, so how can we use? Simply in the index.php page, first we need to add a file for the suite css, suite alert css means css file, and javascript file .js file. So then we will copy the code from the pages or AdminLTE dashboard, and that code we will learn how can we add in our application. The most important thing we are going to learn in this video, or I am teaching to you in this video, is the session. We will use sessions for showing the alerts. Okay, so this video is going to be very fantastic, so focus on the video and learn with me. So let's start. Simply let's open the first I'm going to open a new tab, and let me show the alerts. And here our application POS barcode, and here in our application here we have a pages folder, and inside the pages folder you can see here we have lots of directories and folders. And let me open the UI folder, and in the UI folder here we have models.html file. Okay, you can see here we have lots of options for the models. We can use these models in our application, and we can use this toast examples in our application. And here you can see the suite alert 2 examples with toast, and this alert we are going to use in our login page. Okay, and you can see toast our examples here. Now how can we use? Simply open this models.html file in our editor. Simply first we need to go on pages folder, and inside the pages you can see here we have UI folder, and inside the UI folder we have models.html. and here first step is that we need to add these files. Okay, these two files. So this is the style sheet for the suite alerts or toast alerts. Let me copy this, and let's go on the index.php, and index.php I can add that files just here. Okay, and let me paste and remove this relative path syntax, and just like this I can copy the JS files. So let's go for the JS files, and just here you can see the JS files. So for the toast and the suite alerts I can copy the JS files from here. Let me copy this. I copied this, and let's go back on index.php, and just here in my index.php file I can paste that JS files. So let's remove this, and let's remove this and save. Okay, and now what we need to do? Simple. Now let's start work on index.php, and here I can use the session, and you can see here the L section and here we have the message wrong email or password. So let me comment out this, and simple here I can write a line. Simple here I'm going to create a new variable, session variable, and inside the session variable I give status, and the status will be here I will write wrong email or password, or fields are empty. Okay, and let's terminate this. This is the session variable, and just like this I can create another variable, and inside this I can give status underscore code. The status underscore will be error. Now terminate this. Okay, so here I have created two session variables, and these session variables we use in our retailer's code. And let's back here, and here I can write code. Simple, I can write here the PHP, and inside the PHP I can write if method, and inside the if I can use set method, and inside the set method I want to set my session variable which I have created in above of the file of index.php, and the name was status. Okay, status. And now here I am using AND operator, and again I will use the session and give here status. Okay, and I am using here not equal to. Okay, and this should be not equal, not empty. Okay, the status, this variable should not be empty, then this condition will apply. Okay, and now here I can just close the PHP. Okay, and what I can do here, simply, and from here I can open new PHP tag, and just after this I can set the unset method for my session, unset, and here I will unset my session variable, session. So session variable was status. Okay, now let's terminate. Now here I can write my script. Let me arrange this, and here I can write the script. And so here what I can write, here I can copy my code from models.html. you can see here the code. Okay, so simple, this code I am going to copy. You can see here this is the opening of this function, and this is the opening of this, and let's see here the close. Okay, so let's copy this code from here to here, copy. Okay, focus on that line. I am copying from here to here. Okay, so don't be confused, and let's paste these lines just inside the script tags. Let's paste here, and let's just remove this function and remove this. Okay, and you can see here we need to close this function also, so let's close this and let's terminate this. Okay, so now all the error is gone, and you can see here, and here we need to write again the PHP. So what we will pass here inside the PHP, we will echo the session variable here, So the session variable was status underscore code. Okay, now let's terminate this, and the same line we can copy from here and we can paste from here. We can paste here, cut this and paste here. And the title, for the title I am using here status, and for the icon I am using here status underscore code. Okay, so now let's save. Okay, and now let's see the output. Our code is working or not. Let's refresh our page and click here. Perfect. You can see here wrong email or password, so we can do some changes here. We can remove this end. We want to on the top our message, and we can increase the time here. Save, and let's refresh our page and see wrong email or password or fields are empty. Okay, so our code is running successfully. Let me explain what I have done here. Simply, first of all, I just add here, you can see here the suite alert files. Okay, so in the plugins folder we have the suite alerts and the toastalert.min.css. okay, the css files I have added here, and after the css file I just added here the suite alert.js and toastart.min.js. okay, and after this I have created two session variables here. Simple, these session variables we can use here also and here also. I will teach you in next video. First let me explain what I have done here. So you can see here just I have created two session variable, and in this session I stored this value, and in a status code session variable I just give here the error. This is the type of bootstrap class. okay, so then this session I just used in the script. You can see here I just set the session variable, and I am checking session variable is set or not, and here I am checking if session variable is empty or not. Then this script will run. okay, so you can see here I just copied that code and paste here. okay, and here I just created a variable which is toast, and this is toast is true, and position we have given here top, and show confirm button we have given false, and we can set the time from here. And here just toast.fire, this is the syntax for writing the alert code. And simply here just I wrote the PHP code, and I just echo that session variable for the code. So here we are getting error, means this error class. We can get the success class or warning class. There are lots of classes we know in the bootstrap, just like success, warning, and primary, and error, and so on. okay, so and in the status we are getting the variables value or session variable value. You can see a wrong email or password or fields are empty. We are getting this value just here. okay, so we can reuse this line in our application. This is very useful technique. And after that the script we have unset the session status variable. okay, so now what we can do, you can see here if we have gone our application, you can see here if we give here our user email and password and we are going to log in, then we get this message and we have successfully logged in. So what we can do, let's go on our text editor. Let's copy this two files or session variable. Simple, copy, and let's go here. okay, just remove this line or just paste this two lines, and here give the class instead of error to success, and login success by admin. Copy this line and cut from here and give here. okay, paste it and just remove this echo. okay, and just copy this session variables and let's go in the user section and remove this and paste the 2 lines and give here user. Save this and let's check our code is working or not. Refresh our page and let's try to log in. Let's give the password and press enter. Perfect, you can see that. Okay, our login successful. Then log out and let's log in from the user and let's give the password and you can see login success by user. Okay, so our alerts is working perfect for our login page. We have successfully login in our application. So if you have any doubt, you can ask me the question. I hope you got this what I have teach in this video lecture. If you don't understand or if you have any problem in the code, you can ask me. But one thing more, just try step by step and don't be confused. That code was so easy. Just try to do the practice for the code. If we try to do the practice for the code, we will learn easily. Okay, so see you in next video. Hi, welcome back friends. In the last video we have successfully added alerts or suite alerts in our login page, and now let's open our code editor. And here one thing more we can do with our text fields, and you can see here our text field codes, and here I can add a class which name is required. Okay, required. Okay, then the same required class I can use in the password field also. So let's paste. Okay, and save the file, and let's open our index.php, then refresh our page. And now you can see if the user does not put the email or password, then it will ask please fill out this field. Okay, and for example, if I fill the email and if I click on the button, then it will show us a message, please fill out this field. Okay, then if I enter wrong password, then click on login button, then it will show wrong email or password or fields are empty. Okay, so that's why we used these classes in our fields, and we also can change our message now, wrong email or password. So let's remove this. Okay, I hope you got this. Simple things I just added in this code. Okay, now let's try again, and you can see wrong email or password. And if I put here right email or right password, then you can see login is successful. I hope you got this what I have done in this short video. Simply I just added the required class in our text field codes. So see you in next video. Hey, welcome back friends. So now in this video we are going to work with the change password file. Now in this video we are going to create a new file which name will be change password, and we can change or update the password using of that file. So what we need to do, simply first we will create a menu item here, change password, then we will create a new page and we will copy the text field codes from our dashboard and we will add in that change password.php file. So let's open our text editor, and inside this UI folder let's create a new file. Select first UI folder, then click on this option, or you can create directly from here. Okay, so the file name will be change password.php. Okay, and we can copy all the code from blank.php file. Let's select all and copy, and let's click on change password.php and paste it here, and let's go on dashboard.php and add this files here. Okay, first let's add this 2 lines in my change password.php, because first we need to connect from our database. Perfect. Okay, and now let's open change password.php file from here. Then open change password and you can see this. So now we can do some edit here, and here we can give change password, and we can add here in cart body. Let's first remove this all this tags, remove this and also remove this. Okay, now save and let's see the output. Refresh our file and you can see there. Okay, and feature, in the place of features we can give here change password. Save and refresh our file. Okay, and now we can add here let's open first open our pages folder here, and inside the pages you can see we have the forms, and from the forms we can open the general.html, and let me show you. After opening, then pages, and here we can go in the forms, and in the forms we can open the general.html, and you can see here lots of example of forms, so we can copy any form code from here. So you can see that, and let's copy this. Let me copy the horizontal form, and let's go back on our code editor, and here in general.html let's find by pressing Ctrl+F and paste horizontal form. Now we can get this. Okay, info. So this form we can copy from here, card info. Let's see the close division, so let's copy this. Okay, let's copy this. You can see here I just copied this from this tag, division tag, card info, and just after the closing tag. Okay, so I'm going to copy this code, and let's back on change password, and you can see here we can remove this. Okay, remove this and let's paste here and save, and now let's see the output. Perfect. Now you can see here horizontal form, and we can add here. Okay, so first let's remove this checkbox and give here update password, and remove this button from here. Okay, and copy this password field code and paste again here, and give here confirm, or we can say repeat new password. Okay, and now save and see the output. So you can see here our form is looking perfect, and here in the place of email we just need to give the old password field. So let's go back on our code editor and copy this our password field again, and remove this email field and just paste for the password. So here I can give old password, and here I can give new password. Okay, and in the placeholder I can give here new password, and in this placeholder I can give repeat new password, and here I can give old password. Now let's save and see the output, and now refresh our file. Perfect. You can see here old password, new password, and repeat new password. So now you can see here our old password, new password, and repeat new password. Okay, we just need to change the horizontal form. Here is our text, which is horizontal form, and here we can give change password instead of horizontal form. Change password. Now let's save and let's see the output. So you can see here our form design is completed now. So from the next video we will write code for our change password.php file. So I hope you got this what I have done here. So see you in next video. Hi, welcome back friends. So now in this video we are going to work with the change password section, and in this section we will cover the change password, how can we change password, and in this video we are going to start to write the code for the change password. So here in this file change password.php you can see the 4 steps we will follow in this section. And in the first step you can see here when user click on the update password button, then we get out values from the user into PHP variables. And in the second steps you can see here using of select query we will get out database records according to user email. Okay, then in the third step we will compare the user input values to database values. Means from the first step we will get out the value from the user, and using of the second step we will get out the values from the database. So both first value for the user and the second value from the database we will compare in the third step. If the values is if the value will match, then we will run the update query for change password. So there are the simple ways to update the change password. Okay, so now let's write code for our first step. Simply here I am going to use if condition, and inside the if condition simply I use a set method. I will check it is set or not. And I will just use the simple here post method, then $_ post. Okay, and simple inside this I will pass name attribute of the button. Okay, I am checking here our button is set or not, so we need to use the button add name attribute here. So simple here we have button, but here we have not wrote the name attribute, so let's write simple name and give here btn update. And now let's copy this, and just like this we need to give name attribute for our inputs. So here you can see our old password, so give here name attribute. So I'm going to give here for the first field of the password is txt _ old password. Okay, and just like for the new password give txt _ new password. And for the third field I am going to give name attribute here txt _ r for retype new password. Okay, so save our file and let's go just above the code. And in the first step you can see here in the if condition I can pass my button attribute, button name attribute. So let's paste okay, sorry, remove this first. So give here btn update our button name attribute, and just open and close our if condition, and just inside I will create a new variable. First variable I will create old password _txt. So the code is completed now, and for the first step, and let's check it's working or not, then I will explain what I have done here. So let's save our file and open our browser. So refresh our page, change password, and let's check it is working or not. First I'm going to fill 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, and then 8 9 10 11 12, and then again 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and let's click on update password. Okay, you can see here txt old password is equal to that, and then txt new password is equal to that, and txt underscore r new password means repeat new password is equal to that. Okay, and so the default method for the form is get. So here we need to give in our form the post method. So you can see here our form, and here I need to give a first action will be empty, then I need to give method here, and method will be type of post. Okay, and now save our file, and let's go back on our page and remove this, refresh our page, and again give 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, and then 8 9 1 2 3 4 8 9 8 9 8 9. Okay, some random text here I just given here. Okay, now let's click on update password button. Perfect. Now let's see, you can see here the echo. Okay, it's echo r input text from the text field, you can see here. Okay, so this was the first step. So simply what I have done here, simply for here I just use if condition, and I said I just check the button is set or not, and I just set the button, and I just create here a variable, 3 variables, dollar old password underscore txt, dollar new password underscore txt, and dollar r new password. R is repeat new password underscore txt. Okay, and using of post method I just get out the values from the text field by using of name attribute of the text fields. Okay, these are the name attribute of the text fields. So using of post method I just store the values of the text field in this variables. Okay, and I just echo here this variables value for checking purpose. Okay, so now let's go for the second step, and we will continue write code for the second step in next video. So I hope you got this what I have done here. Let me show you. Simply you can see here the name attribute, txt old password, txt new password, and txt repeat new password, and you can see the button attribute of the button btn update. So simple code I just wrote here in this video. I hope you got this. If you have any problem you can ask me the question, and we will continue the second step in next video. So see you in next video. Hi, welcome back friends. So in previous video we have successfully got out the values from the user input in a variable into this variable you can see here. Now in this video we are going to work for the second step. In the second step we will get out the value from the database. So let's start. First you can see the closing tag of if condition. So first copy all steps instructions from here and cut from here, and I'm going to paste inside my if condition. Okay, and now after this line you can see here the second step. Here I'm going to write the code for the second step. Simply first of all what I am doing here, simply I just create a variable here. The variable name will be email, and in this variable I will get out the value using of session. Let me write the session variable here, and from the session I can get out the value of user email into this session variable. Okay, let's terminate this line, and inside the you can see here in this email variable I just get out the value from the session of user email. Okay, and after this I am going to write the query. Okay, select query. So let me write So the second step's code is completed now. Let's check our code is working or not. First of all, before checking, just I am going to comment out this line echo, because I just echo this user email and username. If the code is running successfully means our code is perfect. So let's open our browser and refresh our change password.php page and just fill out the password here and click on update password button. Now you can see here user email and the username. Okay, so our code is working fine. Now let's go back on our code and let me explain what I have done here. So in the second step, simply I just created a variable which is a dollar email, and in this dollar email I just get out the value of user email using of session. I just started the session. You can see here session method, and using of session I just get out the value of user email, and simply I just wrote the query $select and $pdo. Then I use here prepare method select a string from table user. So the table user is our table name, user table name, and I just give here the where clause, and I just check user email from the database and this user email which is coming from the session. Okay, if both the values is same, then our as select query is executed successfully. Okay, and then I just get out the value in $row and just echo our value for checking purpose. Okay, and now in the third step we will compare both the values from the database value and the user value. Okay, and then we will work for the fourth step. So I hope you got this what I have done here. If you have any problem, you can ask me the question. So see you in next video. Hi, welcome back friends. So in the previous video we have successfully write code for the second steps, and in this video I am going to show you how can we use the suite alerts. So in whole application we will use the suite alerts, and in our login page we have used the toast alerts, but instead of toast alert we are going to use the suite alert here in our application. So how can we use? Here is a simple method I am going to show you. By using that method we can use the suite alert. So that method is just like the toast method which I was using in the index.php page. Just like that we will use the suite alert. So let's open our code editor and let's go on index.php. Okay, and here in index.php in the previous video you can see we have wrote this code, okay, for the alerts. So let me copy this code. Simply you can see here from opening tag of PHP and from last tag of the PHP I'm going to copy this code. Let's copy and let's click on change password. Here are simple steps we need to follow, so don't be confused. And in the change password.php file, in last of the footer we need to paste that code. Simple. And we were using the toast, so here we are not using the toast. Remove this code, this function simply, okay, and remove this and give here simple swell. So why we are giving here swell, let me show you. Open our browser and here on Google I can search suite alert 2. So let's open suite alert 2 and you can see here the examples of suite alerts 2, and this suite alerts we are going to use. You can see here swell.fire. Okay, so we are going to use that. Awesome. So let's go back on our code editor and give here swell and just terminate this. Perfect, and save this. And now what we need to do, simply we need to use the min.css file for the suite alert and min.js file for the suite alert. So here we have two files, header and footer. So inside the header, first let's go on the index.php, and in the index.php you can see here this is the file I was using in the index.php for the suite alert. So let me copy that, copy, and let's go on header.php. So in the header I can paste that file. So just after this file you can see here AdminLTE min.css, I'm going to paste that, and here I'm using the relative path. So simple give this syntax and save header.php file. And just like this we can copy .js file for the sweet alert. So here you can see the .js file main.js for the sweet alert. So let's copy from the index.php. Copy this file and let's go on footer, not on header. So in the footer I will paste that file just in the last of AdminLTE main.js and save this footer.php. Okay, and let's go back on the index.php, and here we have shown the message using of session for the alert. So let's copy this 2 lines and let's come back on the change password, and the 2 lines let's paste here just after the echo, and let's comment out this to echo. Okay, and let's check our code is working or not. Save our file and open our browser and let's refresh and click on update password. So it is not working. I think in the footer.php we need to give here also the relative path. So give like that. Let's save and let's go back on change password, refresh. Perfect, login success by user. Okay, but this message is not looking like that here. Okay, here is the message is different. You can see our message is not looking like that. So what we need to do, simply let's go on our text editor, let's go on our header, and you can see here the CSS file. We need to change the CSS file for the sweet alert here. So remove this CSS file for the sweet alert. Okay, and add another search sweet alert, and here you can see the 2 folders. First is for the bootstrap 4 and second is for the sweet alert 2. So I am going to use sweet alert 2, and here I will add sweet alert 2.min.css. Save header.php file, and let's go back on our browser, let's go back on our page, change password, let's refresh our page and click on update password. Perfect, login success by user. Okay, so here is the previous message in our code. We can remove that message and let's go and change password, and here we can give password change success. Okay, save our file and let's refresh our page, click on update, password change success. Okay, so that type of alert we are going to use in our application. This are the sweet alert. These alerts are very famous and mostly developers use that alerts in our application. Okay, so I hope first let me explain what I have done here. So simply in the first step, you can see here, let me arrange the code, otherwise you will confuse what I have done here. And you can see here, simple, this code we were using in the index.php file for the toast alert, but in the case of sweet alert, I have used this code for the sweet alert. Simple. Okay, and is the sweet alert code. We can reuse this sweet alert code. We don't need to write again and again in sweet alert code in our application. So once we have wrote this code and we reuse using of that 2 lines. Okay, using of sessions. So simply I just wrote this code for the sweet alert dynamically. I just use the session here for the sweet alerts, and I just add the CSS file in header.php, and I just added the JS file in my footer.php file, and after adding that file I just showed the message here. Okay, so that message we can show in every page or in every if else condition. I will show you the next video how can we use these 2 lines. Okay, so I hope you got this what I have done in this video. If you have any problem you can ask me the question. So see you in next video. Hi, welcome back friends. So in this previous video we have successfully wrote the code for the sweet alerts in our change password.php file. Now in this video we are going to write code for the third step. So you can see here the third step, we will compare the user input values to the database values. So what we need to do, simply first I need to change here. Let's comment out this line and remove the echo here, from here and from here also. So the value of user email I am getting in a variable. So $user email underscore db. db stand for the database, so we are fetching out the value from the database. That's why I give here db. Okay, and here I need the value of password, so user password. So our column name is user password in the database, and here I will create a variable $password underscore db. Okay, and now we have two values in our variable. For the first value is for the email and second is of the password. So now in the third step I can write if condition. So simply here I will write if then else. Okay, and inside the if I will compare the value from the user input and the database value. So here $_old password underscore txt, I am copying this variable and let me paste in the if condition. Okay, I will use here comparison operator, and then I will give this user email variable, copy this and let me paste it here. Okay, and in the message, so in the message I can show this message here of the sweet alerts. So let's copy and cut from here and paste it here, and here I can show the message password matched, and the same message I can show in the else section. Okay, password does not match, and here I can give the class of bootstrap which will error. Okay, so you can see here this is very easy to use the sweet alert using of session. Okay, now let's check our code is working or not. One thing more here, we don't need to compare the user email, we need to compare the password. Okay, so let's copy this variable password and remove this $user email and let's paste here password. Okay, save, and let's open our browser, refresh our page, and let's see the password in our database. So table user, and you can see here we have login from the admin account, and the admin account password is 12345. So let's put here 12345 and click on update password. Password matched. Perfect, our code is working perfect. So if I give here wrong password, if I give here 123, then it should be show password does not match. Perfect, password does not match. So our code is working perfect. Now let's go back on our code editor, and after this here what I need in the else section we can show these message, but here in the if condition I need again write a if condition again. If $new password, I am using here new password underscore txt variable, and I am going to use here comparison operator, and I will use $r. I'm comparing new password and retype of new password. You can see here in the field this new password and retype new password, so both the password should be equal or same. So here I can show a message if the password is matched, then I can show this message. Okay, otherwise in else section I will show this message. So I can change the message password, new password. Here I am going to give new password matched, or here I can show new password does not match. So let's save and let's check our code and refresh our file, and if our password was 12345 and if I give here new password is 123 and retype is 123, it should be show us a message new password is matched, password match. So first let me comment out this message. Okay, and where is the else? Okay, here is the else. So let me comment out this also and save, and let's go back in our browser. Again 1 2 3 4 5, let's put 1 2 3 1 2 3 password match. It's showing again password match. So password match, okay, it's showing us this message. Okay, so okay, Control Z, and I think I should hide this message. Okay, so hide, save, and refresh our file and put here 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 and 1 2 3 new password match. Perfect. If I put here 1 2 3 4 5, and if I put here in the new password 1 2 3 4 and retype new password, if I put here 1 2 3, then it should be show the message new password does not match. Okay, you can see new password does not match. So our code is working perfect, and let's go back on our code editor. Okay, and simply here just remove this and comment out this message and comment out this also, and simply here we need to write code. Let me write the update query, because our old password and database password is matched, and new password and retype new password is also matched. So our code is working perfect. So here I am going to write the update query. So let me write so I wrote the code here, and let's check it is working or not. Let's go on browser and refresh our file, and our old password was 1 2 3 4 5. We can see in our database 1 2 3 4 5, and if I put here 1 2 3 4 and I repeat 1 2 3 4 and click on update, password updated successfully. Okay, and refresh our table user, and you can see here our password is updated successfully. So our code is working perfectly. And let me go in our code editor, and here in else section new password does not match, and I just uncomment this and remove this, and here password does not match. Okay, save our file, and again let's go on our browser and refresh our page, and if I put here 1 2 3 4 and if I put here 1 and 1 2 3, then see what happened, new password does not match. Okay, and if I give here 1 and here 1 2 3 4 and 1 2 3 4, let's see, password does not match. Okay, so our code is working perfectly. Let me change my password. So give here 1 2 3 4 5 and 1 2 3 4 5. Password updated successfully. Okay, so let's check here in our table user 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so what I have done here, let me explain. And simply I just check here the user input from the text field and the database value. Then if both the values are same, then it will execute this if condition, and in this if condition we are checking new password and retype new password. If the new password and retype new password are same, then I wrote this update query $update $PDO, and I prepare a statement update table user, and I just set user password. This is the column name of the database. Let me open the browser, and you can see here user password, this is the column name, and after user password I just use placeholder here. This pass is the placeholder, and I just use where clause, and user email, this is also the column of the database. You can see here user email, and for this user email I just use here also a placeholder, and the two placeholder pass and email I just use here dollar update, and I use here bind param method, and here I just pass this placeholder, and this placeholder hold the value of user password, and here we are passing the value from new text field, from retype new password text field, and here I pass the email from dollar email variable. So dollar email variable, you can see here we are getting from the session. Okay, and after that I just execute the update query using of if statement, and if the query is execute, then I just shown this message using of session variable of the sweet alert. Okay, you can see here the very easy method of using sweet alert using of session. Okay, if you have any doubt or any problem, you can ask me the question. So this is the fourth step. Copy this and cut from here, and this is the fourth step, you can see here. Okay, this is the fourth step. If values will match, then we will run update query. So you can see here our values are matched, then we will update, then we have updated the update query here. Okay, so I hope you got this. If you have any doubt, you can ask me the question. So see you in next video. Hi, welcome back friends. So in last video we have successfully completed our change password.php file code, and now we are adding some things in this video, and we are going to resolve some issues and bugs in our application. You can see here I have already logged in using of admin account on the dashboard.php page. You can see here, but if I try to access user.php file, I can access from here. So you can see that. Okay, so I want if admin try to access user.php file, they will not be able to access user.php file without the login. Okay, so what we need to do to resolve this problem, first of all, let's open our code editor and let's go on user.php file, and here you can see this code. Okay, here I put the if condition $_session and user email is empty, then redirect us on index.php file. But here I can add something more. First let's copy this line of code, copy, and here simple type or and paste date line here session, but here instead of user email I need to give role. Okay, and role should be admin. It means if admin try to access user.php file, then it will not able to access, because here we put this condition. Okay, we have put the row, if role is equal to admin, then redirect us on index.php page. So let's save our file and let's see the result. Go back on dashboard.php file. First of all, log out from our application and log in again, and after login try to access user.php. Perfect, you can see here we are not able to access user.php file. Okay, we have login now. Let's try user. Perfect. Okay, so log out from our application, and after log out you can see here we can access our change password file also. Okay, you can see here we have already logged out from our application, but if I press the enter key from my keyboard, we are able to access our change password.php file, and here is session is not set. So what we need to do, simple lines we need to copy, Let's go on dashboard.php, and you can see here this 2 lines only we need to copy from here, and we need to paste here. Okay, so save our file, and let's log out and refresh our file, and let's try to access change password.php file. You can see here we are not able to access again change password.php file. So let's try again. Perfect. Okay, but if we log in, and after login, if I try to access change password, I can access. Okay, so these are the things I want to tell you in this video. I hope you got this. If you have any problem, or if I get any bug in our application, I will tell you in the next videos. Okay, so if you have any problem, you can ask me the question. Simply what I have done here, simply I just copied these simple lines from the dashboard.php, and I paste in the change password.php file, and in the user.php file I just add this line here. Okay, so this is not the big task, this is a simple task if we understand what I am coding. So see you in next video. Welcome back, friends. So now in this video we are going to write code for our change password.php file, and let me show you what we are going to write here. First let me log in. Here I am login using by the user account. You can see here the user@gmail.com, and here let me give the password 123 and click on login success by user. Okay, and you can see here the menus. This menus belongs to the header user.php file. Let me open here. Here we have header user.php, and here we have header.php. This is header.php belongs to the admin section, and header user.php belongs to the user section. So but here you can see we have login from the user account, and we have login into user.php file. So here we have header user.php file, but if I access change password.php, now you can see here we have access header.php file of the admin account. So how can we prevent this? Simply here we need to write code in our change password.php file. Simply here we need to give some conditions, if condition, and inside the if I can write. So here I am giving this session variable, I am using this session variable, and here I am giving role, and role, if session role is equal to admin, then it shows this header.php file. Copy and cut from here and paste it here. Otherwise in else section it will show header user.php. Okay, I hope you got this what I have done here. You can see I just wrote a condition, if role is equal to admin, if I log in using of admin, then it will show this header, and otherwise it will show the header user.php. So save our file change password.php, and let's see the output, it is working or not. First log out and log in using of user account, and give here 123 and login success by the user, and we have login. Now let's access change password.php. Perfect, you can see here we have accessed header user.php instead of header.php file. So this is the thing I am teaching to you in this video. One thing more, I can change this footer. Let's open our footer. Footer is common for the user and the admin, and here I can write, simply remove this, and I can write my name here, and instead of this I'll write I can give here POS, barcode, inventory system v2.0. Perfect. Let's save this and let's refresh our file. Perfect. Okay, so here I want to write this line, POS barcode inventory system version 2.0, anything you want here. Okay, so let me open my code editor and let me copy this line, cut from here, and here I want to show that line. Save and let's refresh our file. Perfect. So post barcode inventory system version 2.0. Perfect. So I hope you got this. Let me log out and let me log in from the admin account and give the password here, and now let's access the change password file. Perfect. You can see here we have accessed header.php file using of the admin account. So our code is working perfect. So we will see from the next video. If you have any doubt, you can ask me the question. So see you next video. Hi, welcome back friends. So in this video we are going to change the menus item and we are going to add some menus item in our application. You can see here some menus, dashboard, category, registration, logout. So here I will add more menus item in this video. So we need to change the icons also, and let me write first. Let me open our code editor, and here in the header you can see this. Okay, these all are the menus item. So first is the dashboard, and second is category, and third will be here in my notepad you can see here from serial number. First is dashboard, second is category, then product, then POS for point of sale, then order list, sales report, tax, registration, change password, and logout. So that all are the files. On that files we will work in the next videos, and in the further videos we will create that files. Okay, and the code for the icons I have already get out this code from our AdminLTE dashboard, but I will tell you from where you can get out this code for your purpose. Okay, so first you can see here the dashboard, category, then product, and then POS. So okay, let's start. First is the dashboard, second is the category, and third will be the product, and fourth will be the let me copy this. Okay, and here I need to paste fourth, and fourth will be the POS. So let's give here POS in capital letter, and after the POS I will need order list. So I'm going to give here order list. Okay, and let's remove the space from here, and after the order list I need a sales report. So here I'm going to give sales report. Okay, and after the sales report I need tax. So here I'm going to give tax. Okay, and after the tax I need registration. Okay, and after the registration I need change password. Okay, and let give here change password. Okay, save, and let's see the output in our browser. Refresh, and you can see okay that all are the menus item of our application. If we need to remove some, we will remove in further videos, or if we need to add some other menus item, then we will add other menus item in our application in further videos. But this time all the menus item is sufficient for us, and we will create every page, and we will create pages for all menus item here. Okay, so here we need to change the icon. You can see here the same icons. So I have already copied the code from our AdminLTE dashboard, so I will give that here. So for the dashboard I need this, so let me copy this, and let's go on dashboard, and here in the dashboard you can see we just need to remove this and cut it and paste this. Okay, and just like this for the category, and for the category just remove this and paste this, and for the product let's copy this and give here for the product, and for the POS let me copy this and give for the POS. Okay, so let's save our file. Control plus S, save, and let's open our browser and refresh our page, dashboard.php. Perfect, you can see all the icons here. Okay, I hope you got this what I have done here, and let me explain you from where I took out this code. Open my code editor, and in our AdminLTE dashboard you can go inside the pages. Now let me open the browser, open localhost POS barcode / then write pages. Okay, enter, and you can go inside the UI folder, and let's open the icons.html. okay, and you can see here in AdminLTE dashboard font awesome website, it is recommendation from the AdminLTE dashboard. We can copy all that icon from this font awesome website. Okay, and you can click on the icons and you can search lots of icons from here, but I just copied that icons. You can see here from where you can get this icon from the source code. Let me show you. Open our code editor and let's go in UI. You can see here the UI folder. This is not the date UI folder which we created for our files. You can see here. Okay, this is other UI folder. This is dashboard UI folder. And this folder it is in capital letter, but our folder it is in a small letter, so don't be confused. Okay, so here you can open close this and open the pages, and inside the pages just open UI, and inside the UI you can open the icons.html, and here you can see. So Control F for find, write dashboard. So you can see here the dashboard, and you can see that code from where I copied. Okay, so you can also copy. So you can see the browser, and you can see the dashboard icon. Okay, and you can see the code of the dashboard icon in icons.html file. You can copy any code for your application from here. Okay, so I hope you got this what I have done here. Simply I just added the menus item in header.php file, not in header user.php file. In header user.php file we will add menus item in further videos. So you can see here, and we can add. Let's go in our code editor, and let's go in header.php, and in the change password here I can give change password.php. Okay, now let's save and open our file, refresh, and if I click on this change password, you can see here we can go on the change password. Let's back, Perfect. So our code is working perfect. If you have any doubt, you can ask me the question. So see you in next video.